even set up!
We're gonna find who really killed my dad and clear our names.
This is seriously wrong.
No, this is Gotham.
What makes you think that you can stop it?
Because we're the Gotham Knights.
The final season of Riverdale continues with a new episode this Wednesday at 9/8 Central.
Now at 10, homes destroyed, vehicles charred, and residents on edge. A fast-moving brush fire breaks out in Riverside County, forcing people to evacuate at a moment's notice.
Plus, a terrifying burglary in the middle of the day in an exclusive Southern California community. Neighbors watch in horror as the thieves ransack a house and get away with bags of stolen property.
And travel chaos ahead of the 4th of July holiday. Flights canceled or delayed, and concerns about new technology could put a glitch in your getaway plans. Now on the news at 10. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. Tonight, crews are putting out hot spots at the first two major brush fires of summer.
But even a strategic air and ground attack couldn't stop the flames from destroying several homes in Riverside County. Sky 5 was overhead as the juniper fire jumped from home to home near the city of Paris late this afternoon. Only 55 or so acres burned there, and the firefight was relentless, but several people lost their homes, cars, and other structures.
California is expected to sizzle this weekend under the first real heat wave in months, raising fears of new fires over the 4th of July holiday.
We have live team coverage beginning with meteorologist Vera Jimenez. Vera.
Thank you so much, Micah. Yes, as we take a live look outside, you can see that we have mostly clear skies. It is really beautiful out there, but as we take a look at what you're looking at, in terms of the winds right now, winds really not a factor. We were actually really fortunate this afternoon because even though it was warm, in places like the Inland Empire, the temperatures weren't extremely hot. In fact, near the fire where it was burning, temperatures were actually a little bit below average. The winds were breezy at times, sustained winds somewhere between 10 and 15 miles per hour. We did see some occasional wind gusts there at about 18 to 20, but those were few and far between. It was dry out there. We did have plenty of sunshine. The relative humidity values, when I checked them at about 4 o'clock, which was when they were working on the fire, was at about maybe 30–35%. So overall, not too terribly bad. The winds, as you can see right now, aren't looking very strong. We are looking at regular patterns with us this evening. The winds, for example, near Palm Springs are out of the northwest at about 8 miles per hour. The relative humidity away from the coast is going to be low, but that is pretty typical for this time of year. Victorville, 38%, the same in Palmdale, and then closer towards the Inland Empire, places like Ontario, which is just a little west of where the fire was, is sitting at 61%. So even though it's not nearly as humid as along the coast, downtown Los Angeles, for example, by comparison, at 83 degrees. As we look ahead for the weather to see what we're expecting, the marine clouds are going to begin to clear out by Wednesday afternoon. Thursday will be our transition from low pressure to high pressure. Temperatures are going to heat up, especially away from the coast. And in fact, places like the Inland Empire are going to see temperatures in the low 100s. While places like Palm Springs are going to be warmer, like near the 113, 115 mark. The rest of those details and the numbers coming up shortly. For now, I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Vera, thank you. Our coverage continues now with Carlos Saucedo reporting from Paris with the latest on the destructive fire.
March its way up the hill here and burn very close to this home.
The juniper fire came without warning. The brush fire in Paris quickly spread in the rural farmland terrain, destroying several structures, including homes.
It looks like everything's gone on their property. But we're fortunate enough that I didn't get our house.
Christine Morelos' home was spared. Her neighbors not as lucky. The lot left completely charred.
We were lucky that the firefighters got onto our property on time, so they were able to stop it to get to anything like of our house.
But it's her 7-year-old boxer named Dixie that escaped during the chaos and nowhere to be found.
Dixie! She's just like a family member to us, so she means a lot to me. So we're just hoping we can find her anywhere, or somebody caught her and took her to the pound or something, and we can get her later on.
The flames broke out around 2:30